Hello. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about these sheets that I make. So, whenever I'm going to run errands, I like to write out what I'm going to do for the day. So, I guess you can call these my daily sheets that I make to fit into a micro. And I played around with like doing different things with the mini half sheets and regular ones, but this is what it looks like. So, but I have a lot of stuff that I have to do in the day. I put this together and I use each of these boxes to determine something that I need to do. So whether it's the errands that I have to run, grocery stores that I need to go to, and anything that I need to remember. I like doing it this way because it's fluid. So let's get a blank sheet. So I like that these are blank so that way I can write whatever I want to focus on that day. And then this side up here is what I use to write the day. This sticker is from the Supermom, and this is what I've done. I've been doing it for a minute now, and how I came up with it was I had saw these mini sheets. I'm going to pull out a full sheet so you can see what it looks like. Because I'm a crazy person and I save my scraps. But this is what the sheet looks like full. And so I bought it because I thought that I could use it. But at the time I wasn't quite sure until I realized that with this side over here, I can cut it, punch this side. And because originally I had just cut it down. But then this side was... I don't have it in here, but this side was the way it was and the punches were on that side. So then I realized that I can cut it and actually punch it on this side. And what I had been doing was I had been cutting this off first and then cutting it. That's where these sheets are coming from. So to kind of line it up. So that's what I had been doing. But then I realized that if I actually cut it first, then I get these sheets that I can use the back to write little notes on. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to make one of these just so you can see. And I've been saving these because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them, and I don't want to get rid of them yet. So that's why I still have it, because I could punch this any which way I want. It'll fit actually. So I just save them just in case, because that's just the type of person I am. Save my scraps. But we are going to do this sheet just so you can see. So this is my cut board that I got from Michaels. I need to get a new blade because this blade is leaving jagged edges. So, what I do first is these pages are 4 by 3. So what I do first is I cut this to be 4, so that the length is 4. And yeah, this way. So I start at the top of the page here, and I measured that 4 inches down. So I use the guides that are on here, and I line it up to the 4. Make sure that the paper is bumped up against the top and that it's straight. And then I just cut. And so now I have this. And then what I do is I flip it around and I line up the lines and I just cut the punches off. Again, I make sure that it's straight. And then I have this, and I discard that. And then what I do is I turn it back around, measure to the 3, and then cut. So that way when I punch, I have this. And so what I realized what I was doing was I was discarding this piece or cutting this off, but I realized that because it's that grid on the back, I can just use it. So I'll flip it over and I'll just cut it to 3, including the punch, the holes. So I'll mark it to the 3. And now I have the sheet. I actually made it a little smaller, but what did I do? Oh, maybe I did 2 inches. I think I did 2 inches. Or 3.5, 2.5. But anyways, it'll still work. But this is why I'm terrible when I film stuff. I always seem to mess up. But this is what I was sitting there saying about like my blade. I need to get a new one because it makes it all jaggy. But I'll do one more. So I take the paper. I measure from the top at 4, so that this will cut 4 inches down. And then I flip it over and I cut the little edges off, and I just eyeball it so that way I make sure that I'm getting them all cut off. And then I flip it back around, measure to 3. So I line it up at the 3-inch mark. And I cut it off so that I have this. And then I take this, I flip it around, and I really do think I did 2.5. And so I line up where the edge of the paper, including the punches, and measure 2.5. And I think that's right. Whatever. It's a little right. Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, so about 2.5. And so now I have this paper. That's just a little extra that I can use to write notes on. So let me clean up my mess. And then I take this punch. So this is the new punch that came out when Stephanie did her book and her planner. And so this is the one that has the marks for the big, the classic, and the mini. And I find that with the 3 marks that I like this one better because one, it punches better than the other ones. The light blue one, the light blue one is absolutely terrible. I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. The pink one is okay, but this one, since it has the marks for the 3, I'm not sure about the black one. I think the black one has the marks is the same. So if you don't have this white one and you have the black one, I think it still will work. But for the if you do a micro, you can use this punch. And what I do is I line it up to the top of the mini, and it gives me the 4. So I don't know if you can see that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I just line it up to the top. Actually, let me punch both of these. So I line it up to the top of the marking for the mini size on this punch. And then punch it. And now I have my holes. And so now this paper I use as my daily sheets, I guess is what I really should be calling it. So these become my daily sheets. And I make a bunch to keep in here for when I need to do it. And like I said, and then this one, where'd it go? Is again, these are in here, so these are punched already. I'm gonna still save this one because it still is useful. Since these are punched already, I can just put them in. So those are my daily sheets. And I like it. It works for me. I actually went, because this paper was on clearance at Michael's, and I think maybe even Joann's as well. And so I bought like 2 more packets. So this came with 40 sheets, and like this is all I have left of this first packet. So I have more because I find that this absolutely works for me. And then what I didn't show you is on the back is where I put my grocery list. So I write down everything that I need to do, and then on the back I write down my grocery list if I need to, for like when I go to Aldi's and Stop and Shop. And then if I need to go somewhere else, I'll put what I need to pick up at that store as well. So I just use a shopping list sticker and write out my shopping list on the back. So this is a sheet that I use a lot in my micro. In last year's planner, there's a ton of these pages. And so that's what I use. And so when I need it, I just pop it in to the today that I need to do. And that is what I do for my daily sheets in my micro. And honestly, if you have a mini and you want this to be a half sheet and you kind of want to do the same thing, you could do that. You can even, you don't have to make it this whole length. Like you can go right to about like her head and cut it off going across, and then cut these off, flip it around and punch it. And then you have some sheets, some custom made like sheets to do whatever you want with them. And so that is how I make daily sheets for my micro. So put this back so I don't lose them, and I'll get rid of this garbage. But yeah, so that's what I use. Again, this planner, this punch worked perfect for the micro. Like I said, I match it up to the top of the mini section here and just pop it in. It gives me the 4 even. And that is how I do that. So I hope you find this video helpful, and I hope it gives you some ideas. And thanks for watching. Bye.